stand unashamed, trusting in one name, 'cause I have seen the cross and I believe. Oh, His choice comes at a cost. All other things are lost. No other love could mean so much to me. Yeah, I choose Jesus. I choose Jesus, the one who first chose me. I choose Jesus. I choose Jesus for now and eternity. Oh, He chose to love me when I felt unlovable. He chose to reach me when I felt unreachable. He carried me out of my fear and doubt. How I want the world to know I choose Jesus.
The judges were Simon, Randy, Kara, and Avril Lavigne. I walked through the doors and was side stage about to stand on that floor where you sing your song. I kept singing and got to the big part, and they stopped me and I said, okay. And I discovered my love of music when it had the biggest impact on me. And I think that was in sixth grade. I went to a camp with my church, and the music, it was just a guy on a guitar, but he played really well and beautifully, and it was a worship song, and I had my first like music plus God really powerful moment. I was like, wow, like this is powerful. And so that was when music really impacted me. And then God kind of took me on a bit of a journey where I was able to use music to impact other people. And it started with just leading worship at my church. And then it got more serious when I sung at church for an Easter service. And after the service was over, this man came up to me and he was like, oh, he looked like he just got out of a gang. He was walking towards me, I got a little nervous, and he started crying, and he just said, that song that you sang, like the Spirit moved my heart when you sang that song. And I was like, okay, God, this is something special. This is something powerful, and I want to be a part of it. One day, I came downstairs, the application and the map and everything out on the kitchen table. All right, this time, at this place, on this day, we're going. And I was like, all right, let's do it. I get excited. There's a few months between the first audition, when you see like the huge arena full of people, and that moment on the screen when you see the contestants in front of the celebrity panel. That whole process was covered in prayer by my family, by family friends, and I really believe that it was that prayer that gave me the strength to be as bold as I was. Very open about my faith, very just excited to share that I'm saving my first kiss until the day I get married, just things like that. They complimented my voice, complimented my look, and then started saying things like, so we see on your bio here that you've never kissed anybody. They said, we see here that you teach a girls' Bible study, and tell us about that. I'm like, yeah, I teach a girls' Bible study on my public school campus, and it's amazing, I love it. And then the comments came, you're trying to be too perfect. I think you need to go out into the world and make some mistakes and get some life experience and come back. You need to go out and kiss somebody, and that'll make you feel sexier and then come back. after hearing that, I was just like, all right, God, your will be done. And I walked out of the room. That's when Ryan Seacrest had the camera on me. How did they say no and all this stuff? And part of me wanted to say, well, what the heck, was fighting the tears. And then this small part of me ultimately said, God has opened up the doors up until this point, but now he's closed them. And I'm not gonna question any of this because I know that he has a greater plan. And by God's strength, I was able to say that in my mind and in my heart. I was just like, God, why did you take me through these months of auditioning when I could have been studying for finals and enjoying prom? But there was a reason, there was a purpose, and I found out exactly what that purpose was the moment I exited the building. And a man came chasing after me and said, hey, I heard what you said on camera about God, and I'm a believer, and I heard you singing through the doors, and I really want you to meet somebody. Really, from the time that I had stepped out of the auditioning room to going down an elevator to exiting a building was the amount of time that it took for God to open the next door and do a complete miracle. Since then, I have signed with a label, I signed with a manager, and I'm engaged to Joel.